Hello, my friends. Today I want to tell you a long and detailed story about something very simple but also very important in daily life. It is not about walking to school. It is not about waiting for the bus. It is not about riding a bicycle. It is about taking a taxi. Many people in many cities and towns take taxis every day. A taxi ride looks like a short trip, but it is full of details, full of feelings, and full of small lessons. Taking a taxi is not only about transport, it is about human connection, about learning how to talk, about learning how to travel safely, and about seeing the city in a new way. Imagine a young man standing on the street. He is wearing a red hoodie. A backpack hangs on his shoulder. The sun is shining in the sky. Around him, tall buildings rise. Cars pass by. People walk on the sidewalk. The air is warm and full of life. The young man raises his hand. A yellow taxi stops. The driver smiles. The young man smiles too. The journey is about to begin. The young man opens the door and says, "Good morning." The driver answers, "Good morning." "Where do you want to go?" The boy replies, "Please take me to the train station." His voice is polite. The driver nods. The boy climbs inside. He closes the door. The seat feels soft. The smell of leather mixes with the smell of the driver's coffee. The sound of the engine hums gently. The driver starts the car. The taxi moves. Now the boy looks out of the window. The city is alive. Shops are open. People cross the street. Children play near a park. A woman carries groceries. A man rides a bicycle. The world outside the taxi is full of motion, but inside the taxi, it feels calm. The seatbelt is tight. The driver's hands hold the wheel strongly. The road stretches ahead. The driver talks. "Are you going far?" The boy says, "No, just to the train station." The driver nods again. He smiles in the mirror. "It will take about 15 minutes, he says. The boy says, "Thank you." The conversation is simple, but it shows respect. In a taxi, words are small but important. As the car moves, the boy notices many things. Traffic lights change from red to green. Cars stop and go. A bus full of people drives by. The road signs shine under the sun. The driver turns the wheel carefully. Sometimes he presses the horn. Sometimes he slows down. Driving a taxi is not easy. The driver must watch everything. He must protect the passenger. He must reach the place safely. The boy looks again out of the window. He sees trees by the road. Their leaves move in the wind. He sees tall glass buildings. Their windows shine. He sees small shops with fruits and bread on display. He sees children laughing outside a school. All of this passes quickly, like pictures in a movie. Taking a taxi is also a way to see the world. The driver speaks again. "Are you going on a trip?" The boy answers, "Yes. I am going to visit my grandmother." The driver smiles. "That is good. Family is important." They talk about family, about the weather, about the city. The conversation is friendly. It makes the journey warm. A taxi ride is not only between two places, it is also between two hearts. Sometimes the traffic is heavy. Cars stand still. The driver sighs. The boy looks at his watch. But nobody is angry. They both know this is part of the city. Waiting is also part of life. The driver turns on the radio. Soft music plays. The boy relaxes. The car moves slowly. But the journey continues. Finally, the road opens. The taxi moves faster. The train station comes into view. The big clock on the station tower shows the time. People hurry with bags. The boy feels ready. The taxi stops. The driver says, "Here we are." The boy says, "Thank you very much." He gives money. The driver gives change. The boy says, "Have a good day." The driver answers, "You too, safe travels." The boy leaves the taxi. The door closes. The taxi drives away. The journey is finished. But the memory stays. Taking a taxi teaches many lessons. It teaches how to talk politely. It teaches how to trust. It teaches patience in traffic. It teaches to watch the world with new eyes. A taxi is small, but inside it there is a big world of respect, connection, and learning. Think about the senses in the taxi. You hear the hum of the engine. You feel the seatbelt on your chest. You see the city passing by outside. You smell the coffee or air freshener. You taste the mint in your mouth as you chew. All the senses are alive. A taxi ride is not only in space, it is also in time, in feeling, and in memory. One day, the boy will grow up. He will take trains, buses, or even airplanes. But he will remember these taxi rides. He will remember the smile of the drivers. He will remember the conversations. He will remember the city through the window. The taxi will live in his memory. So, my friends, taking a taxi is not only about going from one place to another. It is about learning, about connecting, about seeing life. That is why the taxi is special. That is why the young man in the picture is smiling. That is why we must look at small journeys with big hearts. Because small journeys, like a taxi ride, give us big memories.